Greetings from the creator of Fredericktown Homestead, but we're not there now. We're north of Fort Wayne at a extended lunch, fuel, and Walmart stop. I wanted to continue on with the idea of introductions. I'm kind of compulsive in what I do. When I do things, I do it a lot. When I was skiing, I had 6 years where I skied more than 150 days a year, for instance. When I took pictures for Google, I became the United States leading contributor to Google for that's actually Panoramio. Panoramio gave them to Google. And then Google bought out Panoramio and ended the whole thing. But while that whole thing was going, while Google Earth was still in existence, I was the leading contributor for the United States of landmark photos. I used to make it my passion to go around getting pictures of things like Walmarts, bridges, courthouses, firehouses. Some of the people that know me well can fill in all the other things that I took pictures of. Anything that was considered a landmark, something that somebody could open up their phone and follow along on Google Earth and say, oh, there's a Bob Evans. So we are right here. Let me find it on the phone here. Where is it now? Come on, there it is. Okay. And I'd take a picture of the landmark and geolocate it on the map. I'd give the exact location where the camera was when the photo was taken, and that would be entered on the digital map. And then I went from there to when Google Earth folded, I went to I was picked up by, I guess you'd say, Mapillary, and I'm their leading contributor worldwide. And then when OpenStreetCam started up as a splinter off of Mapillary, I'm also their world leader. And that's a little bit different. We don't take landmark photos, but we record everywhere we go, and it all goes on the digital map. So I'm saying that all to say that I'm kind of compulsive about what I do, and I'm usually prolific at what I do. I do a lot of whatever I do. And so now we got this farm, and it's going to go the same way. It's going to be, we're going to do a lot of it. We're posting every day on YouTube, at least once a day. And so far I've been posting more than once a day, more than most YouTubers do, but I do more of whatever I do than most people do. That's just my way. And my thought is that YouTube will be an integral part of the farm that will become monetized, and use that as an income, but also use it as a avenue to educate more people, to show them what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right, and to comment. And I want us to be adamant that we'll answer all the comments that we can find. YouTube doesn't make it easy to see all your comments, but when I see them, I answer them. And I want the family to do the same thing and be adamant about it. It's hard to get other people to do things the way I do them, but that would be my desire. We're here to, all of us on the farm, on the homestead, we're here to learn. We're doing new things. I've never done captivated pigeons. I've only had free-range pigeons where they lived in the barn, and I added to the flock of pigeons Archie Morris, born in 1896. He loved to watch them and point out which one was in the lead and which one was following at the back and what colors. And he started off when I got there with all gray pigeons, but I was going to the auction every week back then, and I first off came home with a couple of red pigeons. I think the first ones I brought home, and I just released them and added them to the flock, and they stayed. They didn't fly anywhere. And then I added white ones, and we added several, and the flock became very colorful. We had a calico flock of pigeons, and I want to raise pigeons on our farm. I'm going to start with 2 of the high-end ones that you get online, have them mailed to you, much like Art and Breed did. And from pigeons, you get 2 pigeons every 2 months, I think it is. Don't quote me on that, but you get a lot of pigeons out of pigeons. So that's my plan on that. But I hope you'll stay tuned to the Fredericktown Homestead as we grow. I'd like us to be a channel at least the size of Art and Bree. And if I ever start to be like Justin Rhodes, call me on it and tell me that's what I'm doing, and I'll change. But yeah, as I haul the Amish, I have a lot of time to watch YouTube, and I watch the homesteading channels, and my customers are coming back, so I got to cut this short. But one thing I did want to cover is my name is J.B. Brown, but on the farm they're calling me Mr. Brown, much like Justin calls his youngest, well, his youngest, second youngest now. He calls him Mr. Brown, and it makes me think of him every time they say it. But I've been known as JB since my writing days started in prep school. We had P.R. McCullum was my roommate, or not roommate, but dorm mate, and I was just intrigued by his name. And then when I lost my hearing, the name Jeffrey is almost impossible to pick out of a sentence if you're looking at somebody speak. But JB is easy for me to see and to pick it out visually from the sentence or from a command, or I can tell when people are saying my name. So I've been JB since I lost my hearing in '96. Actually, I was using it as a pen name well before that, when I started writing in prep school, and shortly after, when I wrote a book while I went around the world, and that's under the pen name of J.B. Brown. That book is called J.B. on Tour. It was never published. I sent it in for publication, and sent it in twice actually, and it was never published. Now I don't have a copy of it, but I've still got the ability to write. I've got the ability to sit down and set my thoughts down. That's something I really enjoy doing. It's a good thing I didn't cut this short, because they're standing here smoking cigarettes and being idle and just waiting. It's part of the job. But now I gotta cut it short. We're in Indiana. We're going to Middlebury, Indiana, it turns out, not in Illinois, as I said first. Often I don't hear or understand where we're going. It really don't matter to me where we're going. I just know get in the van and we'll get there. All right, God bless.